Hey everyone. So here we'll be solving another problem which is longest valid parenthesis. So before solving this problem, guys, I would wish that you'd know how to know that a valid parenthesis is valid or not. Okay, so that I have already explained in my stack identification video, but just to summarize it, I'll go back. I'll again explain, but I'll only give a summary of it. Okay, so see, if you're given this set of this is string, like comparing of what opening and closing brackets only. These two characters. That's it. Nothing else. Okay. Now see, in simple mathematics, how you solve problems revolving these brackets is, let's say you are given this. So obviously, if you're getting an opening bracket, you will go inside. You're getting opening bracket, you will go inside. You're getting opening bracket, you will go and see. So here you're getting a closing one. So we'll try to resolve this first. Okay, 4 plus 9, which is 9. So then 9 cross 9. So then you will resolve these two brackets. Then you will resolve these two brackets, correct? So what you can solve? So you are doing what? When you are getting a opening bracket, when you are getting an opening bracket, you are going inside. You are not worrying. You are going inside. You are not worrying. Then you got a closing bracket. As soon as you get a closing bracket, you want to resolve it. You want to pair it. You have to say that what, I want a opening bracket. And what is that? I want, now see, for this closing you are having these three opening brackets, but which opening bracket is valid for this? Which opening bracket is required? Obviously the last opening. If you're going from left to right, the last opening bracket, which is this one. So what you want? Last opening bracket. Okay, last sorry, you want last opening bracket, correct? Now see, this is what I've explained beautifully in my that stack identification video. But just for this, that you, so last opening bracket, if you can get this, the hint of it. So what you mean is, you want some data structure where you can store only what, opening brackets information. And in that data structure, what you want, the last entered value you want at first place. So if you see, you are going from here, then here, then here, and you want this at first, because as soon as you encounter this closing bracket, you have to pair it up with whom? You have to pair it up with the last opening bracket, which is this one. And that is what here, if you see, so last which data structure will give you the last input element at first, last opening bracket at first? Obviously stack. Why? Because LIFO. See this property, LIFO, last in first out. So if you solve this if you solve this parenthesis problem with bracket, oh sorry, with the stack, let's see this. You got to opening, because, and do you know, we want what, last opening bracket. So you have to keep what, in this stack we have to keep opening brackets. So indices we will keep that. So this is opening bracket, let's keep 0, 1 and 2. Then you encountered 3. 3 is a closing bracket, so 3 will be paired up with whom? Last opening, which is 2. 3 will be paired with the 2, so these two are closed. Now you got a 4. 4 is what, closing bracket. So 4 will be paired up with whom? 1. 1 means the last open, the, look, when 2, this opening was closed, so which means these are paired. Now which is the last opening remaining before this 4, before this closing? Who is the last remaining opening? Sorry, last opening bracket which is remaining, which is 1 index. So you'll remove this. Okay, so 4 is paired up with 1. Then this 5, which is the last opening that is remaining for this 5, it is 0. So you will pair with this 5 with this 0, and you say that your stack is empty, which means you have paired every closing, every opening, and you're done with this. Okay, so I hope you got this, and I've explained this even in a deeper way, that like, see how you, like, why we use a stack. I think you are clear with this. I never said to go for a stack, but we saw this property that we need last opening bracket. Okay, now see this, guys. Obviously in brute force, what you can do in brute force, if you have some example, let's say this sort of test case in brute force, you can start with every index. You can start with every index and go towards end for every other index. Go to every other index and see the function. You can call this function is valid parenthesis, and you know the working of is valid parenthesis. This is what I told you right here. You have to call is valid parenthesis, this function, and you have to see that, let's say this 0, and you are at some point at 4. So is 0 from 0 till 4, is this a valid parenthesis? If it is, then let's keep a variable ans. You will update the length of it. Okay, then you will go to 0 to 5, and you will see that is it valid. If it is, then you will update this length. Okay, in that way, for every index you'll go to every other index and calculate the valid parenthesis. Obviously this is a loop inside loop, and you can roughly say that it is order of n square solution. And obviously we can optimize this, but let's see how we can do that. Okay, obviously I'm saying now that we can optimize, but let's not jump here and there. And you know that we have to use a stack because this is a valid parenthesis problem. So, and you got that already, you got this intuition of using a stack. Okay, what I'm saying, just see this test case, guys. We will try to get up all our optimizations from this test case, all our observations from this test case, the multiple test cases, not just this, but let's focus on this first. Okay, if you see this directly, if you see this, what you can say here, which is the valid parenthesis, which is the like longest valid parenthesis here, which is that length? Obviously this one, obviously this one. Okay, starting from index number 2 ending at index number 5, this is. So what I can see here, let's see, this 5, this parenthesis, this string, this chain is ending at index number 5, index number 5. You are clear with this, right? Now what I am saying is 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, they all were part of this chain, they all were part of this chain. I am asking which is the last element, which is the last index which is not part of this chain, which is the last index which is not part of this chain. Which chain? The chain that is being contributed by 2, 3, 4 and 5, this chain. It is 1, right? It is 1. So this will give you answer. How? 5 minus 1. If you see this 5 minus 1, which is 4, so this is the length. 4 is the length. If you count this 1, 2, 3, 4. So what I said, we have to see what we have to see. Let's say this is the string, this is the parenthesis, valid parenthesis, and we know how to calculate valid parenthesis. We know how to calculate valid parenthesis. We'll try run that, no problem. We'll try run that. You guys will get all the clear idea. But what I'm saying is, for any valid parenthesis string, you can get to know the information about last index which is contributing to that valid parenthesis. We'll see that. But what we want other than that last index, we want this last index in its left, which is the last index who is not contributing in its chain. You just have to subtract their indices. 5 minus 1, that's it, you are done with that. Okay, so 5 minus 1 equals to 4. Now see, let us see other few test cases, not just this, because we want to like solve this problem, and we want to see that is our intuition, like is everything working fine with us or not. So if let's say I'm having this sort of test case, 0, 1, 2, 3. So you know everything is here contributing to a long chain, longest valid parenthesis. So this entire chain, 0, 1, 2 and 3. So 3 is the final index that is contributing, but who is, because you know you want to find, here you saw this, right? We somehow, if we can get this information that who is at going like in its left, who is the last index who is not contributing in this chain, and who is that, you don't know. But what I can say, the left, because just to the left of it, who was contributing, 0 was contributing, just left of it, who can be, hypothetically you can say minus 1 is it. Minus 1, obviously minus 1 of it is not the index that is present, but hypothetically you can say, because here see, till 2, like from, if you see from 5, if you go backward till 2, you were seeing that everyone was contributing. So just before that 2, which is 1, just before that 0, which is minus 1, so you can get what, 3 minus 1, 3 minus 1, which is answer 4. So total length is 4. Are you getting it, guys? So in this way you see that if you get this sort of example, or if you get this sort of example, like where from starting itself every length is contributing, then from the starting itself, the 0th index, you are getting a longest valid parenthesis length, okay, the chain, then in that case you have to incorporate minus 1 also somewhere. Now let's see this. Now let's create any this confusion, and let's try to solve a bigger test case and see how we can do this. Okay, just I'm removing this all this notes, and let's see. So if you are given this test case, what I mean by this, okay, let's say you are given this test case, okay, this large, and let me write the index number 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So as we know this is valid parenthesis, and we know we have to use a stack, so let's create a stack. And I hope you got the intuition first that why are we using a stack. Okay, it's not because I'm just saying it, मैं बोल रहा इसलिए मत यूज करो, वीडियो देखो, तुम देखो स्टैक आइडेंटिफिकेशन की, go and watch that video. And if in fact I told you how to calculate valid parenthesis, because this problem is, the brute force of this problem requires valid parenthesis thing. Okay, so obviously we will use a stack. On in a stack, what we have to put. Normally we put what index of every opening bracket, but that there was one case when from starting index you're getting a valid parenthesis string. So in that case you have to incorporate minus one as in what, the last index who was not contributing. So at first we will put -1 in this stack. Okay, before even starting this problem we'll put -1. This will tell you what, -1 will tell you what, that let's say if you start from this 0 and 1, you see this string, you see this length, this substring. Okay, you can say what, if you see this chain 0 and 1, so who is the last element, who is the last index who is not contributing, or who is not growing this chain, growing this valid parenthesis chain? It is -1 index. So this is why you are keeping -1 by default. Now go ahead, you are getting 0, put 0 because this is opening bracket. Let's keep a variable ans. Initially it will be 0, obviously it will update this later. So you get what, this closing bracket which is 1. So 1 will remove 0, 1 will say 0, you are part of me, you are part of my chain, you get out of it. I'll see who is the last index that was not contributing in my chain, who was not contributing in our chain, which is -1. So 1 was coming, 1 minus -1 is 2. So we'll update this ans to 2. All right. So now see, you will not remove -1 because obviously till now -1 is the last index. So this chain is done. This chain is done. Now you go to 2. 2 means what? 2 is the closing bracket. So you go into the stack. You'll remove -1. You'll remove -1 first. See, you removed -1. Then you saw that this stack is empty. This stack is empty, which means there was no other opening bracket in it. There was no other opening bracket before this closing. Before this closing there was no other opening bracket. Okay, what does it mean? It means that going forward, like going in right direction after this closing, going in right direction, this will be the last index that will not contribute in any closing or any valid parenthesis length. Okay, if you see this substring was closed, this opening closing were closed, and if you go in right direction, if you see this example directly with your naked eyes guys itself, if you see this closing bracket will not contribute in that chain. So what you will do, you removed you removed 0, you removed -1, you got this 2. So now you have to put 2 here, okay. Now let's move on. So you got 3, put 3 because 3 is normally 3 is the opening bracket, so you have to put that. 4 is the opening bracket, you put that. 5, you got 5. So if someone is ending at 5, let's say the valid parenthesis is ending at 5. So 5 was here, 5 remove 4, 5 says 4, you are part of me. Let's say right now you're part of me. We do are couples, we are two are part of each other. Okay, so 5 and 4. So if you only see this string, only see this length, so what is the length of it? 5 and 4 are removed. 5 minus 3, which means 4 is removed. Okay, so 5 minus 3, it is 2, and 2 is obviously present here, no problem. Go ahead, you get 6. 6 will say what? You got 6. 6 will say what? 3. See, 3 you have to be with me, because see, before that these two are closed. So 6 will say 3, you have to be part of us, so get out of it. Then 6 will see who was the last index that was not adding to our chain. That was index number 2, which is this closing. So 6 minus 2, it is 4, and yeah, 4 is greater than this 2, so you'll update 4. Now go ahead. 7 is opening bracket, you put 7 here. You got 8 as a what? Closing bracket. So 8 will say, ask whom. It will ask in this stack that whom should I pair up with. You got answer that 7 you should pair with 7, and you saw that all these indexes were removed, which means they were all continuous part of this long chain, this long valid parenthesis. So this 8 will say that okay, 7, you are part of me, all these indexes were part of our chain, but who is the last index who is not contributing to us? It is 2. It is 2. So 8 minus 2, which is 6. So 6 will be your answer. So I hope guys in this way you got this idea that firstly why we kept -1. We kept -1 because if your string is starting from, because -1 basically it implies that before when you're starting problem, who is the last index that will not contribute. Okay, because obviously in this stack we are doing we are using two things, or we are using this stack for two properties. The first one is obviously to keep account of that opening brackets, because this is a valid parenthesis problem, and the second and main point is to get the information of the last index who is not part of the valid parenthesis chain that you were finding at current at some point of time. So this stack is playing two role here. Okay, now let's see this example how I solved. See, I'm not writing this solution as such right now because I hope the way I told everything is clear for you guys. So this is the length. I could have directly length here, but no problem. I formed a stack and I pushed -1 first of all, and maximum ANS, maximum variable, which is 0. This is what I'll return here. Okay, you see, initially it was -1, the dummy variable -1 we put. Now if you saw an opening bracket, you'll push that index in this, and when you are not getting opening, which means you are getting a closing. So as we did, we first removed from this stack something, then we saw if that stack is empty, which means see this case guys. If this was the case, then these two are paired, okay, 0 1 2. So -1, 0 was here, then 1, when 1 came, 1 was closing, 1 was closing bracket, 1 will remove 0, then it will find with -1 that your answer is 2. Till now the maximum length is 2. Then came 2, which is right here, let's say the closing bracket, so it will remove -1. Now this 2 saw that the stack is empty, which means I cannot I am no one to contribute to any length. So I am the last element who will not contribute anywhere. So we'll push 2 here. So we'll push 2 here. Okay. But if it was not the case, as here if you see, if it was not the case that the stack was being empty. So here if you see that you were pushing 3, then 4 was coming. If you see this, after 2, this was 3, 4, 5 and 6. So 3 was opening bracket, you put 3 here. Then 4 was opening bracket, you put 4 here. Then 5 came, 5 removed 4, then 6 removed 3, here if you see. And when 6 removed 3, it saw that the stack is not empty, 2 is there. And so what does this 2 say? This 2 said that this 2 implies that I'm the last one that is not contributing in your chain. So from me onwards, you are having your length. So calculate the length, which is last index was 6, who was contributing, and in its right and left, who was not contributing, 2. So 6 minus 2. So here you are calculating that answer as well. You are updating this variable as well. So from here you will return your maximum A and S. I hope guys you got this answer. Sorry, you got this solution right. See, even if you are not getting everything, look here, I'm not saying you'll get every solution and everything. The only motto for me is to provide you the right intuitions, that if you are using a stack, then why are you using that, why are you using a stack? Okay, if you are putting -1, then what was the importance of putting -1 earlier? So all this thing, see, you see a solution and just don't mug it up, रटो मत उसको, because उसमें पूछो, उसमें समझो क्वेश्चंस को. मेरा यही मोटो रहेगा कि I will tell you each and every intuition behind that. So it's upon you how you take this solution. I hope that you're liking these videos, and if you're liking, do following things. First of all, comment. You should comment out that yeah, you are like really loving these videos. And the best thing that I would love is when I'm solving these problems. Now initially you see guys that I give you proper intuitions, I give you proper things. So pause the video right there, go and try to solve the problem, go and build test cases. What will happen in worst case? You'll be getting wrong answers, time limit exceeded. So if you're getting them few times, spend time over there on lead code. Spend time. Why? Because they will enhance your thinking, because in interviews and everywhere, uh, every time you won't get solution directly. Okay, so you have to make sure how you come out of those situations when you're not getting solutions. What will you be how will you be thinking? Okay, in that way. So let's end this video, and do let me know in comments if you're liking this.